Welcome everyone to another episode of the Marketer Show. And today we have Abdullah Ansari with us. He's the India's only photography business coach who made over 8 crore of revenue from his businesses. And today I'm super excited to have you, Abdullah. Welcome to our show. And I love one thing about you, Abdullah, that is something to your energy. Your something electric got me attracted towards you to know more about you. So once again, welcome and thank you so much for taking out your busy schedule of your time and making it to today. How
Thank
are you,
you.
Abdullah?
Good, good. I'm good. I'm really good. Sangam, tell me something about yourself. How is it going for you?
Yes, it is going really good. So I would like to know, I got to know that you being an IIM graduate, then
Yeah.
coming to this business where people spend years to get into IIM, like what made you to get into this business? If you can share a little bit about your backstory and quick glimpse about that, would love to know about it. Yeah.
Mm. All right. So, people generally go to IIMs to actually to get a good job. They go to,
Yes, yes.
you know, and I went to IIM to do my MBA, which is post graduation diploma in management, right?
Correct.
And if you see to the meaning of the word MBA acronym, you will see that it is Master of Business Administration. It is very simple. So
Mm-hmm.
I always caution this, that if you are studying how to master the business administration, then why are you going to do a job, right? If you're studying how to master the administration of business, then how can you go for a job? So I always used to justify that. So after when my post graduation got completed, I left the job because somehow my heart did not accept. My logic was accepting everything. Everyone was saying
Mm-hmm.
that go for a job and all, but my heart was somehow not accepting that, and I could not justify that at that point of time. There was no logical reasoning for that. Then I said to my father, Papa, uh, I have some 15 lakhs rupees loan on my head. I am willing to leave off the placements, but I want to go for my own thing. I want to raise up my own baby, which is my own company. Then, when you have the clarity, you get the confidence. I had the clarity. So you do not, only when you do not have the clarity, you find it risky. I did not find it risky because I had the clarity. So I came to home. I came to Delhi, and I said to myself that I'm willing to be underpaid for some years of my life to be overpaid for the for the rest years of my life. So
Great.
my friends were making some, at the start, 18, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 36 lakhs per annum. They had jobs, but I did not have that kind of money pouring in it when I started. But yes, I was getting underpaid at that point of time. But in the hindsight, when I see that, by God's grace, I have my three businesses right now. All of them has given me more than 8 crores in the last, I think, 3.5 years. And now we are growing very fast. So that's it. I always wanted to be a kind of serial entrepreneur. I wanted to start multiple businesses, and this is what I did. Right.
Amazing, Abdullah. This is really inspiring. And just wanted to is it that photography something? It was your passion, or you invested money and time to learn that skill, or what?
I would not say photography was I did photography because of my passion. No,
Okay.
I did photography because it paid me well.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
Right. It paid me well. I i tried before that music. I used to learn guitar. I have played guitar for more than, I think, 2 years. But I find struggling in terms of the artist to make money. This is
Mm-hmm.
what I found. So then I moved into photography, although that was an artist thing. But I moved to fashion photography first. Then I found it struggling because it was not paying me well. Then I moved to street photography, social kind of photography. Then it did not pay me well. Then I moved into the wedding photography,
Mm-hmm.
and and that it paid me well. Then I said, okay, if it is paying me well, then I'll make it into passion. I will learn
Passion.
more of it, more of it, more of it. I'll dig it deeper. I'll find whatever I can do best possible to understand this genre of photography. And then I researched deep, produced, got some, with my team, produced some amazing wedding films. You can go and check my company, the Mulberry Weddings, right now. And since then, it paid me well. So my interest went off high, and then after that there was no seeing back.
Now you converted that into teaching people how they can also start at photography, wedding photography business.
Yeah,
Now, how this came into picture in this journey? Like you are there, like that is
yeah,
something.
yeah. I'll tell you. So when I start, it was COVID, actually. COVID.
Mhm.
Everything came to a halt, and I always believe in this thing that make your adversities. Where are you getting stuck into opportunities? There is
Mhm.
always an opportunity in everything. I'm telling you, this is a truth I have
Yes.
explored and seen. So,
Yes.
so when COVID hit, everything came to a halt, and somehow I decided, okay, people are going to be at home. I wanted to learn. I want to teach people the marketing part of the photography, because everyone was teaching about the photography, but nobody
Mhm.
was teaching about the photography business.
Mhm.
And this is, I found that nobody is teaching that. I don't know, but people need it, because
Mhm.
I needed it when I had started. Because if someone
Mhm.
would have guided me at that point of time, the destination and the journey would have been completely different.
Mhm.
So I started to learn about it. But again, when I started, the focus was not onto serving. The focus was onto making the money, right? Because it again paid. I wanted it to pay me well, right?
Mhm.
I am I'm like that only. So I started with a dream that, oh, if I build up a course program, then it will go to the entire nation, and yes, like that. But I had one thing very clear in mind: if I'll take 1 rupees, I'll give the value of 1,000 rupees. This is how
Mhm.
deep I will go with my programs and the content. It took me some months. I launched the program. It became hit. By God's grace, by mentors' blessings, it became hit. Then after that, after some point of time, the money part started to lose some importance. And because I live a very simple life, very very simple life, kind of. I just have few t-shirts. I do not have even bed in my. This is my room. I just lay on the ground. So I do not have a lot of requirements of the materialistic things on me.
Mhm.
So so I was not able to spend my money. Then I started to find myself complacent. I got satisfied. Then I had to find some bigger thing in order to evolve into something bigger. All right. Then I made this. I dig deeper. I discussed with my mentor, my some of my very close associates who advised me onto the deeper perspectives of life. They said, Abdullah, money will lose importance after some point of time, and if that lose importance, the your interest in the game will go off, and you need to find something
Mhm.
bigger. Then I saw what hit me hard when I went into the photography. So what went me hard is, everyone around me, they said, before moving into the photography, what will you earn in this small profession? So I saw that there was no respect of the photography profession in the society. And only the reason for that was because photographers were not making good money, and the society would see them as something inferior creature on the planet. Because if someone is not making money like a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, then other professions are not good. So society was not accepting that. So then I made my mission that I'll educate the photographers of the country what I had learned in my own business, through marketing, through sales, and through team building in the photography business, so that when the photographers will be educated, then their lifestyle will be educated, because Lakshmi will automatically come when they will increase their knowledge. By implementing the knowledge, they will be improving their lifestyle by getting
Correct.
some, by getting more business and all. Then I made this mission that I will make the photography the noblest profession on this planet, by helping the photographers to grow, start their photography business.
Wow. So like so when exactly this came, like it was this exactly the when you got started. After how many years it
No,
came?
when I started, it came after, I think, 10 or 11 months.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So at the first, the focus was on surviving, because I
Mm-hmm.
had to incur a lot of marketing expense, advertisement cost. So the focus was on that. And uh, and uh, the focus was more onto the money making. But after some point of time, through mentorship and guidance, the focus shifted to the results of my students, and giving more and more value and producing the results, and making the photography a noble profession.
Amazing. Now, like when this particular market, specifically the photography market, you can say, they are like, as you say, like the the image, something people say, okay, how you actually nurture them to like get into coaching mode, like you convince them, how you actually made them to buy your product, that what are the challenges that you face during the early stage to making them believe that okay, you also need um coaching to get grow your business, photography business.
All right, got it. So I always say, if you have to sell something, if you have to sell some product, you need to be the buyer of that product first.
Mhm.
All right. You need to experience the pain. Why? You need to experience the pain which is associated with the problem that you are solving by becoming a buyer of that product. Not buyer of the, I just missed something. You need to experience the problem actually, and
Mhm.
only and you have to buy the product which you are selling now. So I'll justify. I'll actually simplify this. How? So it was January 2020. All right, and my business, photography business, came to a halt. Right, it was not growing. Somehow I got horse blinded. I did not know what to do different now. Like, before coming onto this call, we discussed some ideas, and I was like, wow, you gave me a different perspective. So
Mhm.
similarly, I was like that. I was just moving into one direction, and because of that, I was not able to grow, not able to reach my potential. Then I started to find a coach about about a business. Then I found a coach online. I called that coach. It was before COVID, that I'm experiencing the trouble in my photography business. He said, okay. He had a call with me for 15-20 minutes. He quote me 30,000 rupees for 4 sessions. I did not
Mhm.
have the money, so I hung up the phone, and I stopped picking his phone. But after some point of time, I think Destiny wanted to have it. He called me off, he messaged me, he followed up with me, and I finally got converted. And I paid him 30,000 rupees for 4 sessions. And when I got actually the coaching from that person of 4 sessions, then I realized how ignorant I was.
Mhm.
And I did not know what I did not know, and I was considering that I know. Right. So exactly, I what my buyer is thinking right now, I used to feel like that buyer at some point of time. Right.
Mhm.
And because I invested into learning, by investing, by hiring a coach, and when I got the results, then I also realized, if this person has coached me, and by implementing his strategies, I have got the results, and it works. So I got more conviction to my audience, that when I was explaining about my programs, about my learnings, teachings. So I think it was a conviction transfer.
Conviction.
Yeah, it was a conviction transfer. So if you want to give something to anyone, you need to experience that something, either by becoming a buyer, or through any way. You need to experience that the benefit of that, what you are offering right now. So I
Yes.
experienced the benefit of growing by hiring a coach. So I got the conviction, yes, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need someone to push you, you need someone to make you experience the potential of yours. All right. So,
Yes.
right. So then I got the conviction, and then the people saw that conviction in me, and they moved in. And then
Amazing.
since then, there has been a
I
see.
can see that there is one line I have heard from one book, like you sell like you buy, like how
Yes,
that is something you connected
exactly. You sell like you
immediately.
buy. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And like when it comes to your coaching business, basically, how do you basically help them? What are the areas that you help them for their mm, like
Yeah, got it. Areas you mean the content.
uh, yeah, basically, like how do you help them, those people, to start the this photography business, wedding photography business, and what are the areas you help them basically?
So when you're going to start a photography business, you need some. It's a very simple business,
Mm-hmm.
but why people are not able to do it? Because they lack the clarity.
Clarity.
Right. And why they lack the clarity? Because they do not give they are not willing to sit in one corner of their room and just brainstorm and think. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the photographers, they are all time playing around with the shoots.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you need a portfolio to show to the clients what kind of
Mm-hmm.
photos you have taken.
I can.
Right. and what cameras gears you have. Even if you do not have camera gears, you can rent that. You need to understand the photography part.
Mhm.
After that, you need some system which can give you the client inquiries.
Mm.
And once the client inquiries comes up, you need a system to follow up with those inquiries and to finally convert them.
Mm.
So my entire coaching system is built on these elements: how to get the inquiries, how to get the follow up, and how to finally convert. And it these all areas contains a lot of different elements that has been chronologically and very systematically put into my programs for the photographers.
Do
And
you also help them to build their brand online? How they can brand themselves,
yes, yes,
putting
yes,
the
yes, yes,
identity.
it is once they start to generate the revenue,
Mm.
then I teach them into my high ticket programs, how to brand yourself, how to
Mm.
achieve 1 crore rupees per year in your wedding photography business,
Was.
and how to rebrand your company, how to take it international, and all those aspects I touch. So it's a very vast thing, but at the
Mm.
initial start, I just cover what is actually required.
So you also help them to generate leads, like how they can
I
generate
teach
their.
them how to generate the leads
Is
through
it
Facebook,
through?
Instagram, or Google, all the
Mm.
platforms, and they understand, they learn. I make them pro base, to be straight. It takes some time, but every week I come up live in my community. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, in our community, we have 3 live sessions happening every
Every
week.
week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have facilitators from our community.
Mm-hmm.
They facilitate the community members, and I come on Friday. So it's a very hand holding process that we do,
Mm-hmm.
and people are getting results.
Great. Now, like they are using paid ads or organic methods to generate
Paid ads, paid ads, paid ads.
paid ads.
So from the day
Great.
one.
And how, like, just wanted to know, coming into your like business perspective, as you mentioned, like you have a lot of business, you made somewhere around 8 crore business. So what are the top businesses that you are currently having, active businesses that you are currently working on?
I work on all my businesses in
Hmm.
parts in day. So
Hmm.
I get up at 4:30 a.m. right, and uh, and I've been getting at 4:30 for I think more than I think year right now, because
Hmm.
I believe that I came to this phrase sometime back that self discipline is the key ingredient to all the material success.
Hmm.
If you are not disciplined, then you are slave to life. People who are not disciplined, they are only the slaves to life. If you are disciplined, you will be having the control of your life. So I get up at 4:30. I with my community members also get up at 4:30 daily. We do some sessions. From 5:30 I start my day. So from 5:30, that's the time of high energy, when the it's the time of Brahma Muhurat.
Brahma
Surya
Muhurat.
Uday. Surya
Hmm.
is getting Uday. The energy in the cosmos is very high. Your focus is very high. Your thought process clarity is very high. Your involvement with whatever task you are doing very high. The distractions are nowhere, very less, unless you make it. Nobody is there to call you. So the productivity goes 2x. So from 5:30 to 9:30, I do all my work, focused, learn,
Hmm.
implement, do pending work. From 9:30 to 10:30, I do my all the yoga and all these things. And then from 11, I start my business of my another business. I start to work for my another business, which is
Hmm.
my coaching, which is my digital marketing agency for coaches and consultants.
Hmm.
Right. So I work, I see the report, I see all the dashboards of my team members on what projects they are working. I see all the reports of the ROS of the clients, what is happening. I do it, and then I from 11 to 2:30 or 2, or I do my all those work. Then I move for my lunch, and I just eat one time a day, right? Just one time a day. In the morning, I just have juice, and afternoon I just have one time lunch. I do not eat after 6 p.m. And after that, from 3 p.m. to 6 7 p.m. I do the rest of my business work, and by 7 or 8 p.m. I'm free, and I go to my bed by 10 10:30. So this is how I made up my schedule. And yes, and some days are not like that exactly. Exactly, some days I work. There are some businesses which needs more of my attention. So I give the entire day, but I make sure that I, irrespective of the amount my business, my individual business is generating, I give my effort, what is needed to give my effort into that business.
Great. Like there is really inspiring to see like how you actually chunk it and planning everything and do and that morning things. Recently, even I started morning mastery for my community also, so
That's
that
good.
they wake up at the same time. Like they wake up maybe before that time, but six
Hmm.
thirty we go now for the this cold season, winter season. I actually made it to 6:30. We wake up and we do some rituals like with together and we
Yes.
learn. So for 45 minutes to 1 hour, we plan for something for our community.
Yes.
That is
Very good.
something we will learn. That works really well. And when
Yes.
you wake up and बहुत time save हो जाता है. I say बहुत time save हो
बहुत
जाता है.
टाइम सेव हो जाता है.
Yes,
You feel like winning every day.
yes. And when it comes to like Abdullah, like since a lot of our audience is more into coaching space, I just wanted to ask few questions about the coaching. When you got started, I think a lot of people still stuck with like the making that first breakthrough online space. And how what was your journey like when you did first webinar, your first sale? So would you like to give that perspective because a lot of people stuck with that person. I want like to help those people through this interview so that they can get the first breakthrough and even get to some at least start making some money, 1 lakh, 2 lakh per month or something. How what do your journey look like?
No single, when I did my first session online for my program, no single person bought it. Right.
Okay.
And I did some mistake, because obviously every person does some kind of mistake
Mm-hmm.
when they start. And whenever when I actually get sad, I sleep. I go to, my body needs sleep. I feel like not doing anything. So I went to my home. I slept on the bed and I went to sleep. Exactly at 3 p.m., I got a call that, sir, I attended your webinar. I want to buy your program. Then it got validated. Then I said, okay, if one person has said that I will buy your program, then now the world is open for me, because I just wanted the validation. When nobody bought, I was of the impression that it will not work because nobody bought it. I think this product is not going to work. But when one person bought it, I found the validation. So it is just a game of one person. And then I understood the market size. And then that if this photographer has taken it, how many photographers are there in the country who need my help, who need this? Then after that, there is no seeing back. So there has to be some head and there has to be some heart, right? So I put a lot of heart emotions when I was building up my program. I did not use go for much brains, but after some point of time, I understood that it has to be a mix. Otherwise, it will become chaotic. Then I did my sessions. Then since then, it has become a ritual. Every week, Monday and Thursday, I have two sessions webinars. Right, that's it.
So what are the things that you take care of during the webinar to in the conversion? Like, would you like to give some tips those who are maybe getting started? They want to
Yeah,
do.
I my if you ask my superpower is converting the people in webinars. If you see me speaking in webinars,
I've seen your energy, like not when webinar, but when you take meetup inside IRH,
yes,
and your energy and holding the audience is very super. I just every other like even like what happens is every webinar or meetups, this numbers started decreasing, but your numbers get increasing
yes,
uh,
yes,
when it,
yes. So this is what I feel when I spirituality is a core part of my life, very core part.
Mhm.
And and in spirituality, I have learned that if you cannot be involved with life, then you have not known life. If
Hmm.
you've not known intensity, then you have not known life. So when I'm in the meetup, I'm just in the meetup. I just I just bubble up with energy. I just think that if the person is sitting over here, he has to become my fan, right? And I have to deliver some crazy value. And and you know, and if you give people information, it will not be impactful. If you give people information, with some humor, with some crazy energy, it will be far more impactful. So I make sure that I have that combinations and permutation and combinations of all those aspects. So in my webinar also, when I take it, it is all about my energy. And and in webinar, I transfer my energy and combined with the good knowledge, information, everything, and I show them results. And because my the product that I have, it actually has, when you actually make them people aware about that you need it, and it can give you some amazing results. So when the product market fit happens, then it happens. So sometimes people go into the market, building up some not so market fit product, just because they feel that they feel that it is unique, or they believe in it, and the market does not actually is ready for that. The market failure happens. Or if there is no clarity in the message, when they are going in the sessions or in webinars, if there's a clarity and with conviction and with energy, people will take it. This is so clarity with conviction and energy. You give, show them the solution, they come up 100% come up.
Yes, amazing, Abdullah. Like this is, and you also mentioned one thing during this, like you, the spirituality is something very one of your superpower too. So what are the like that any things that you do that actually give up
Yes,
that energy? Mm,
100%. 100%. So I do a lot of chanting actually.
mm-hmm,
I do a lot of chanting, home chanting. I do a lot of, and and my morning starts from in Brahma Muhurat. Then I do. I am actually a very avid follower of Sadhguru. So I have
mm,
gone through his programs, and that program just bolster me up with internal energy. So there is a kriya called Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya. I do that regularly. In this time, Delhi is cold right now,
cold, yeah.
and but even after that, I get up in the morning. I take the shower with chilled water. In my entire year, I do not go for any lukewarm water, chilled water. And after that, immediately in the sunlight, I take off my t-shirts, bare chest. I do my yoga, sadhana, meditation, everything. Right. So people hit gym for that. You can hit gym or something, do some physical activity. But but that is not something is called kind of spirituality. When you go do spirituality, the kind of kriyas, sadhanas I do with deep meditation, it helps me to go deep in. And so those are that is actually a very different topic and domain, which gives me a lot of perseverance and a lot of big hopes that yes, whatever is happening, it is happening for something big. So it's like that. And I make sure that I spend at least uh, at least 30 minutes in a day minimum, watching some spiritual content and working internally, raising up my vibrations, raising up my energy through different methods. There are different methods to do
Different,
that.
different.
Yes.
Mm.
So I'm not saying follow my method. There are different methods, but you need to raise up your vibrations, energies, frequencies, so that you are able to attract some those kind of opportunities only.
Yes, you vibe, you attract your vibe. So your
Yes.
vibe will attract your tribe. Sorry.
Yes. It
Uh,
happens truly.
Amazing. And like how this business changed your life? Uh,
Coaching
like
business.
yes, yes, how your coaching business actually has an impact in your
Coaching
life.
has impacted. It impacted my all my areas of life drastically, because it's a scalable thing. People all over the globe can reach up to you. You can reach up to them. So it has given me a lot of recognition in the market, in my niche, a lot of recognition. There is no one single day when I go on shoot and the photographers do not recognize me, right? First, so that kind of recognition it has given me. It has given me some very deep fulfillment, because I feel that I'm doing something worthwhile. Because in 2014, I have always been an avid reader of some articles. So I read an article. My mind was plain at that point of time, and when your mind is plain, it is empty. If you source some good fertilizer on all those ingredients on your mind, it will give you some very beautiful fruits and flowers. So I heard that at that point of time, that if you really want to be fulfilled, you need to impact the world. When you leave this world, someone in the world should say, okay, that person changed my life, that person
Impact.
gave me a different thought process. So through my coaching business, it gives me an opportunity to inspire the world, to inspire a tribe of people who, who they don't have anyone to be inspired by. They are, nobody's holding up their hands. That's the second thing. And the third thing, yes, it has paid me well, very well. Right, it has
Mm.
paid me well.
And
Yeah.
I think through this business, and you are creating a lot more impact in the business. And now I wanted to see like who has impacted you, who is your the person to look up to, who is your mentor,
Wow.
would like to share.
Questions are very beautiful, Sangam. I'm just loving it question because you're asking the question from my conversation, listening to it very deeply. All right. So who has impacted me? All right. You are asking that.
Yeah, yeah.
So the first thing which impacted me was a book. And the book name was Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish by Rashmi Bansal.
Mm.
It is a story of 25 entrepreneurs who went to IIMs, but they did not go for the job. I read that book in 2014 because my mind
Mm.
was very plain and fertile at that point of time. So it went deeper inside my mind. That is one of the key reason. That was one of the key reason which gave me the confidence to leave the IIM placements. That book impacted me. The second person I would say was Sandeep Maheshwari sir. Sandeep Maheshwari has impacted me a lot. Right, I have met him. Right, very different, very
You
crazy
met him in his sessions, live
office.
sessions?
Office,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, nice.
Agarwal City. He has an office over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I met him long back, 2017 only. All right, and I wish that I get called by him. You
Yes,
know,
yes. Now see,
yes,
he's doing some startup. You can
yeah,
apply
yeah,
for that.
yeah. So that's the second thing, and uh, and Robin Sharma.
Oh,
He,
the monk who sold his Ferrari is something one
yes,
of the best
that
book.
changed my life. Yes. So in 2014, I read that book, and
Hmm.
that book took me into a dream. Oh, a very different dream of, and it gave me all the great lessons. And even today, when I pick that book, you just read any one para, it's just crazy value, full of value. I read all his books. The leader who had no title, the CEO of
The
story,
5 Club,
5 a.m.
5
Club,
Clubs,
and all
greatness
the
inside.
yeah. And he has one book called as Discover Your Destiny. Oh my God, that is just uh, heaven, I would say. That impacted me very crazily.
There's one
After
line. Oh, just wanted to, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Please carry on.
yeah, those books, Robin Sharma. After that, Brahma Kumari impacted my life very spiritually.
Mm.
I started to look for her interviews and all. That made me a very better person. Then then I came in the shadows of Sadhguru and Siddharth. After that, Siddharth happened. Siddharth Rashekar, who taught me the coaching business.
Mm.
So I mixed my spirituality energy with my Siddharth's energy. So in 2020,
Mm.
if you say after 2020, who actually gave me the path,
Path.
path and to do what needed to do. Before that, there was inspiration. There was a lot of inspiration and happening mindset happening. But Sadhguru gave me the spiritual path. What exactly? He gave me the tools to work internally, and Siddharth gave me the path to work externally on my business and all my value system. And after that, Rajiv Talreja happened. He's a good. I have also met him. I his learnings are amazing. Yes, then Sam Owens is there. I so different mentors. But right now, I follow only few mentors. I do not go to do.
Mm.
I listen to everyone, but when it comes to taking up the path, I do not gobble up at different places. I look,
Mm.
I smile, right? But I respect all of them, and I'll but I take the action
Follow.
steps by few people only.
Amazing. Like, I think many things are common. This is like starting from Robin Sharma. One of his line changed my life. Like, who will cry when you die?
Yes,
That was
that was
something that was a
yes,
game changer. But
yes,
exactly helped me to understand that importance of that particular line during this coaching journey
yes.
itself. Because
Who will cry when you will die? It was a beautiful book. The kindness act and all. Oh my God.
mm,
I got the entire, there was a bundle of books, all his books. I got that.
amazing. So, last thing, I'd like to know, like, what is your one success mantra to grow? in business life or anything that you would like to give to our audience?
I always say, if you are building up a business and you are building that business without an element of spirituality, it will be a business of without fulfillment.
Wow.
You might earn money, you might earn some good lifestyle, but deep inside you might be empty. But if you mix your business with an element of spirituality, of helping people, contributing, some deep inner work, then you will have money, but with fulfillment.
Wow, that's the game changer. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you so much for enlightening us with lots of business knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Thank you a lot. We're so grateful to have you in our show, and we're looking forward to have more conversations just like this. It was just so deep. I think after a long time, I had a very deep conversation with a guest and who I can connect, because spiritually is something that I can connect so much from my childhood because of my parents' blessings, and every single things that I can see whenever I see any mentor to choose. I see, okay, they are just teaching a business or they're teaching other things. They I see with a common pattern from the first mentor to the mentor right now. Every person has a element of spirituality into it,
Yeah.
and exactly that you mentioned that if your business is not uh, having that spiritual element, it is without that fulfillment. Mind blown.
Yes,
Thank
it happens.
So how I just wanted to give like some how you like to be like to get in touch if somebody want to learn from you or something, they want to do anything that you would like to share.
Just follow me on Instagram. You just
Instagram, okay.
That's
I'll be
it.
sharing few links on Instagram and
Yeah,
other
just follow me
links.
on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, whatever I'll announce over there, you can just see that and all. That's it. I do my
amazing.
workshops regularly. If you're a photographer, you can attend that.
Mm,
Or yeah, that's
thank
it.
you. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you so much.